All right. Well, without further ado, the Real Estate Alliance would like to welcome Miss Kristi Kennelly to talk about how Chat GPT and AI is affecting our real estate business. So, Kristi, take it away.
Oh, thank you so much, Anthony. Now the pressure is on. Backed by popular demand. I don't know. I feel like I should have put more hair product in or something for that. I don't even know. Uh, Thank you so much. It's great to see familiar faces, great to see new faces. So thanks for having me here. All right, let's do this. Last time I spoke, we talked about Chat GPT, and things, as Anthony mentioned, are moving quickly, moving very, very quickly. And people are taking Chat GPT to very advanced levels. We're really only limited by our imaginations when it comes to using this tool. So today we're going to do a review of Chat GPT, how to use it very quickly. And then we're going to dive into a more advanced use case for Chat GPT, and that is how to create a custom marketing plan for a listing in a matter of minutes. Actually, Chat GPT takes seconds to do it. We just have to clean it up, and that'll take 10 or 15 minutes. But it's mind-boggling what would have taken 2 weeks to 2 months to have created, researched, put together can now be done very, very quickly. So diving in, I'm Kristi. I'm a marketing technology director with My Home. I am under the Williston Financial Group umbrella. I was Realtor.com's first female national speaker. So that was weird. I was on the road with a lot of dudes for a long time. Prior to that, I ran marketing for a couple different tech companies in real estate and mortgage. And before that, I was a Broadway dancer, which just makes this super weird. But I promise it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I was a very nerdy Broadway dancer and helped a lot of people set up their AOL accounts. That's how far back that goes. So that's me and Cats, original production. That's me with Matthew Broderick in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying and How to Succeed with a Brunette Wig. And I played Peter Pan a whole bunch. I'm going to try to see Peter Pan Goes Wrong at the Amundsen. I hear it's amazing. But just so you guys know, it wasn't all glory days. I made a couple mistakes. I accidentally once played an oyster. So Broadway, oyster, I've done it all. Let's move into this. So Chat GPT, it's a thing. It's a thing. So I remember teaching real estate agents back in the late 90s what the internet was. I remember teaching in 2005-ish what Facebook and YouTube was and the potential. We're at another big shift here. We've got AI, controversial. I know we're not going to necessarily go there today, but this is a gigantic shift for the entire world. So yeah, this is a thing. The genie's out of the bottle on this. So just to give you a little perspective, Chat GPT, well, let's look at Netflix. Netflix, it took them a 3.5 years to get 1 million users. It took Chat GPT 5 days. So it's big, and there are a billion people using it right now as we speak. So it took the world by storm. And that's not to say that AI did not exist before Chat GPT, but it just captured everybody's attention last November when it came out. And really, we all just kind of woke up from the holidays and went, what's happening? So it took the world by storm. Now, let's give this some perspective, though. The best way to view this tool when you're in real estate, it's like having an assistant. And like any assistant, it's not perfect. I just want to set some expectations. It's not perfect. It can provide you an excellent starting point for anything you're looking to write. It can elevate your level of writing, whether you're a great writer, a good writer, an okay writer, maybe you just don't even like writing. It will help polish up or level up your writing. It can help you. Oh, and we're just getting some feedback. If you can make sure you're on mute, everybody, that would be awesome. It can elevate your level of writing. It can help you craft strategy and marketing plans, which is where we're going to end up today. So fair warning, it can be inaccurate. It's super duper clear about that. Chat GPT has always said it can be inaccurate. Yep, it's controversial. Not going there today, but it is. It does not understand fair housing rules, so be careful. You never, ever want to blindly copy and paste from Chat GPT. This is a tool. It's an imperfect tool, but it is a tool that can save you a lot of time and elevate your writing. Okay, so if you have not set up a free account, it is still free. As of today, I believe it's still free. You want to go to chat.openai.com. You want to go to that exact website. There are some dubious apps and sites out there. Just make sure you're going to the right one to sign up. And there are official free apps for iPhone and Droid. And what's nice about those is they've got a nice little speech to text feature, which is always handy. Always nice to have that. So make sure if it's something you're interested in, that's where you want to go. Okay, so what are real estate agents using Chat GPT for the most? Hands down, what everyone talked about at the beginning of the year was listing descriptions, that it can write listing descriptions, and it can. Absolutely. It was a little obvious, I would say, at the beginning of the year. It loved to use the word boasts and ample. You could almost tell when someone was using Chat GPT. I think it's smoothed out a bit since then. And with the right prompts, it really can work wonders. But the skill is in the prompts. Prompts are what you tell Chat GPT to do. You're going to hear that word a lot. Prompting Chat GPT, super prompts, complex prompts, awesome prompts. That's what we're talking about. How to tell Chat GPT what to do. Okay. So if you're taking notes, here we go. Here are a couple of good ones. When you are prompting Chat GPT, give it context, and we'll just, if you can mute everybody, that would be awesome. We're getting a little noise in the background. When you're prompting Chat GPT, give it plenty of context. Tell it who you are in the situation. Who is your audience? So what do I mean by that? We say, I'm a top listing agent. I'm a professional real estate agent. I'm a loan professional, whatever the case may be. My audience is luxury home sellers in Beverly Hills. My audience is home buyers in West Hollywood. Whatever the case may be, give Chat GPT the context, because Chat GPT doesn't know and can work with all of that information. Then we give it details about the property, as many details as you can give it. When we give Chat GPT detail, it mitigates hallucination. What's hallucination? Hallucination is when a chat bot makes stuff up. And it has a tendency to make things up when it just doesn't know better. For example, if you wanted to talk about a cozy home in Hollywood, it's probably going to say there's 12 fireplaces and a lot of blankets, because homes and fireplaces and blankets all go together. Chat GPT is a large language model. It's trying to put words together based on probability and logic. It's not going out and scraping full descriptions from the internet. I mean, it might pull some MLS information, but the issue is it's putting words together. And if we don't give it enough words and give it enough direction, it will make things up and say that there's a spa when there's no spa, things of that nature. So that's how we get it on track. And then you want to give it a tone. Do you want it to write in a professional yet friendly tone, a casual tone, a conversational tone, an elegant tone, enthusiastic, aggressive, compassionate, urgent? Any tone. Otherwise, it defaults to kind of a formal encyclopedia sounding tone. So we can tell it how we want it to sound, maybe to make it sound more like you, or to make it sound to give it a tone that's appropriate for the format that you're looking to work on. For example, a letter to a new farm of potential sellers might have a more formal tone than an Instagram caption. That's going to be casual or conversational. It's different for each format. So then we're going to want to give it format. And once you have something you like, well, then from there you can shorten, you can create different formats. You turn a letter into an Instagram post. You can change tones, translate into other languages, ask it for abbreviations. Again, think of it like an assistant that will do or take any direction you give it. Okay. So when you're in Chat GPT, this is the first window, or the interface, I should say, that you see when you're on the free version. And at the bottom, it says send a message. Well, you'd think it would say, give us a prompt or something like that, but send a message, it's the same thing. Let's prompt the chat bot. Here's an example prompt, taking a lot of what I just said into consideration. I am a real estate agent. Please write a property description for this 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom home in Sherman Oaks, California. Blah, 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 blah. Lots of detail about the property. Everything I can get my hands on, I'm going to put into that description, even if it's just basic facts. I'm not necessarily working to write beautifully in this case. I'm just giving it facts. And then I tell it, write this in a professional yet friendly tone. The audience is potential buyers. Context, like I'm talking to a person, give them enough information to do a good job. And from there, boom, we get a beautiful, lengthy property description. Now, some of you might be thinking, I don't need all of that. I just want a property description. Yeah, we can shorten and do all kinds of things from here, but trust me, it's good that the Chat GPT brain has all of this information to work with, because you'll see where this is going in a moment. But we like having all that information, and we like giving that to the chat bot for what we want to do with it. Okay, so just to kind of summarize, prompt it like a boss. Give Chat GPT context, give it a topic, a tone, a format. When I say format, are we writing for an email, a letter, a social media post, a video script, etc.? Seriously, micromanage it. I think about some of the worst bosses I've ever had in my career, and they would micromanage me and tell me what font to write in and what tone they wanted. You can do that with this chat bot, and it won't get angry or annoyed. It's just going to give you what you want. So definitely manage the heck out of it. Okay, so I'm hoping everyone agrees that Chat GPT, in theory, can elevate a level of writing wherever your skill level is. It can save unbelievable time. It can increase productivity. It can actually unleash creativity when you work at brainstorming with it. And it can produce some astonishing results. But can we push this farther? A lot of people said, yeah, I know I can write listing descriptions, and I haven't really looked at it since. Well, this is where we actually do want to go farther. We want to push because this technology is capable of so much more. We could, with a great property description, we could then ask CHAT GPT to develop names for a property. Well, why would we want to do that? Hang in there with me. We could ask it to develop taglines or slogans for a property. Why would we do that? Again, hang in there. We could develop a brand for a property in a matter of minutes. So think about how this could play in a listing presentation. What do you need to develop a brand? You need a name and a slogan or a tagline. That's the beginning steps that would take weeks to develop. If you were someone like me and trying to rebrand software companies and trying to come up with a name, weeks of work. So we didn't do this in real estate because it was too hard and it wasn't a thing. But it is kind of a thing. If you look at Airbnb, they brand properties on Airbnb. What if we adopted a little bit of that idea? So if we develop a brand, how would that work? Well, you would say to CHAT GPT, after you got the 9-paragraph description, that's a lot of info in its brain. You could say, great, CHAT GPT, can you create a list of names for this property? Boom, in 3 seconds. Don't like what you see initially for this Sherman Oaks property? You say, CHAT GPT, try again. Boom. You can go on and on as much as you'd like. Brainstorm. Look at this and put your own spin on it. I like the updated classic. I'm actually going to not use in Sherman Oaks. I'm going to use the brand, the updated classic in this case. That's going to work nicely for this home in Sherman Oaks. But we want to go farther. That's the name. What about a tagline? Sure. You just say to CHAT GPT, can you write a list of taglines now? Done. You'll have 10. Don't like what you get initially? Ask for more. Ask for more. Say, try again. Try again. You'll get as many as you'd like. I'm good. I'm going to work with this idea of your own piece of paradise in Sherman Oaks. I'm going to shorten that. I'm going to do my own thing, but CHAT GPT and I just brainstormed with each other. Tremendous. Okay. So now what do we do? Well, there's other AI besides CHAT GPT. So much AI out there. There's a website called logo.com. This is AI for logo development. And in a matter of 5 or 6 steps, we're going to create a brand. So what's my name? The updated classic. That's the name of my Sherman Oaks property. Great. Make a logo. Logo.com asks me, what's your slogan? Or my tagline? A piece of paradise in Sherman Oaks. Thank you, CHAT GPT. That's where I got it from. Continue. What's your industry? Ooh, it's kind of fun. Real estate. What's next? What color do we like? I'm going to go with green because there's a palm tree in both the front and backyard. So green. Font. Oh, well, it's the updated classic. Let's go modern. Oh, do we want icons? Yeah. I want icons. I want to indicate this is real estate. Maybe they'll throw a palm tree in. Let's see what happens. Great. Then the last step is it's going to ask you, what are 3 words that will help us develop logos for you? Don't overthink this. Palm tree, home, real estate. I keep it really simple. And then in 3 seconds, you will have not just 9 logos, but it'll generate about 100 logos for this property. So powerful stuff. I know, controversial. I know. But this is the type of work that would have taken me. Now we're into months of work that's now being done in seconds. It is crazy. But what you could do in a listing presentation is maybe present 2 or 3 logos and say, I've already begun some of the creative work to brand your property. Which of these 3 logos is appealing to you? I really like the one up here in the upper right, all the negative space. Great, we'll iterate on that. Where does this logo go? Well, this logo could go on a flyer, on a postcard. Again, don't overthink it too much. We're just doing some things that I think we would have enjoyed doing to help market a property, but it was too hard and too expensive in the past. All right. So I know that was probably a lot of that. I had no idea that we could create a brand that quickly with AI in today's world, but we can. But I'm actually going to take this even farther today. We can go farther with CHAT GPT and this idea of preparing for a listing presentation. So could CHAT GPT go farther? Could it write not just property descriptions and a name for the property and a slogan for a property, but could it also generate a list of domain names that we might want to purchase for a single property website? Sure. Will it create example or online posts, maybe something for Craigslist just to help with your SEO? Yes. Social media ideas, a content calendar for social media, scripts for door knocking and how you want to introduce yourself to the neighbors, examples for Instagram captions, Facebook posts, Google business page posts, LinkedIn, postcard copy, flyer copy, and email to your database, alerting them to the property and when the open house is going to be, optimized subject lines for that email, letters to introduce yourself to the neighbors and offer them private showings and free home analysis from you, video scripts that will incorporate B-roll and your voiceover narration, other marketing ideas that you haven't even thought of. Can it brainstorm with you? Yes, to all of that. Now, I know some of you are thinking, that's way too much. I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do all of that in preparation for a listing presentation. I've got my listing presentation. I'm good to go. I don't need to do all that custom work. It's too much. Okay, I know it is. That the way I just presented it, yeah, it is. But what if we could put that all in one single prompt in CHAT GPT to create a custom marketing plan in seconds, where all we have to do is paste in the prompt and adjust the property information, because every property is going to be different, but the elements of the marketing plan stay the same. So this is a super prompt that I'm about to show you, something that I developed with a colleague of mine. This super prompt, and I think they do call them super prompts now, but it's kind of take it with a grain of salt. This very complex prompt will help you create a custom marketing plan for a listing, whether you want to use it in a listing presentation to be competitive, or if you need help with marketing a property, it's going to help you in either scenario. So the super prompt, here we go. We're going to create a custom marketing plan in minutes. This is what it looks like. Now, I know if you guys are going to screenshot this, it's going to be a pain to recreate it. If you want, I will give you my email address at the end of this session today, and I will gladly send you the link to just go copy and paste this in an easier fashion so you don't have to retype it all. But this is the super prompt. I'm a real estate agent named Kristi Kennelly. In a professional tone, write a very detailed marketing plan I can use for an upcoming listing appointment for this home. Bloop. Then I put in all my information about That's Sherman Oaks property, right? The details, the better the detail, the better the result. Make sure to point out that this marketing plan was created to generate as much exposure to the listing as possible on as many platforms as possible. The plan should contain the following: a property description, 10 possible names, 10 possible taglines, 10 possible web domains, for sale post for Craigslist, maybe Facebook Marketplace, a 10-day social media content plan written in a table format, social media post examples for Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and Google, a paragraph that I plan to put on a postcard and or a flyer for the residents around the neighborhood, an email I plan to send out to my database introducing the property, 10 email subject lines that have been optimized, a 60-second video script for voiceover that includes some B-roll and I can use for Instagram Reels, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, places I'm going to market the property to prospective buyers, a list of creative ideas I haven't even thought about that CHAT GPT can help me with, and finally, a script for when I meet the neighbors and introduce myself as the listing agent for the property in their neighborhood. Let's see what happens. I put that whole prompt into CHAT GPT, and CHAT GPT begins to spit out in about 30 to 60 seconds the entire marketing plan for this property. So it is a multi-page, there's multiple responses in this, but it is done in about 30 to 60 seconds. So now you might be thinking, oh, okay, cool. But what do I do with that? It's in CHAT GPT. I'm not going to show the seller CHAT GPT. No, we don't want to do that. But what we can do is copy and paste that into, let's just go bare bones. Bare bones, we copy and paste that into a Word document or a Google Doc. Clean it up, add your logo. It'll take you maybe 10 or 15 minutes to go through it, make sure that there was no hallucination, make sure it didn't exaggerate or get anything wrong. Clean it up, and you will have a 6 to 8 page custom marketing plan done. I would say in total, 15 to 20 minutes. So it's not 2 weeks. It's not 2 months of work. It's a custom plan done that promptly by using a super prompt. So it takes me longer to explain this than it actually takes to do it. But I hope I've set enough of a foundation here for everyone that you understand why and how that prompt works so well. It's just by working with kind of the rules of CHAT GPT or the best ways to use CHAT GPT. So I'm hoping this can help you see not only how you could sell a property or how, it could get you back on track with needing to market a property, but it can also help you win a listing if you walk into the listing presentation with that working plan. And again, I just showed you bare bones, putting it on a Google Doc or a Word doc. For those of you who are really well-versed in Canva, you can make a beautiful proposal in Canva or a beautiful deck within Canva. I mean, you can do whatever you want with the content. The content's the hard part. Content is the elbow grease, really. So show your expertise proactively with this custom preliminary marketing plan. I would definitely say it's preliminary. Use it to get interaction with that potential seller feedback, get yourself in that presumptive situation, show that you're ready to go with marketing. I don't know if I would leave this on the coffee table. I might not. No one needs to know it took you 20 minutes, but if it comes up, if they asked if you use CHAT GPT, I would say yes. And I would be quite impressed with the resourcefulness put into that plan. Now, for those of you that are going to act on this right away, just know that CHAT GPT does max out on output. So that means you have to nudge it. It's going to stop in the middle of that prompt. It's just going to stop. And you're going to panic a little bit, which is what I did a few times. I'm like, wait, what's happening? just tell it to please continue writing, or you hit a button that says keep generating. Either way will work, and it'll pick it right back up and continue writing your marketing plan. Just don't get caught off guard with the, oh, it stopped on me. What happened? I broke it. You didn't break it. You just need to tell it to keep writing. I will send the super prompt. Anthony, I may need to, well, actually, if you're interested, because this may or may not be everybody's jam, let me make it easy for everyone. This is what it looks like. The red areas are where you're going to need to plug in the information about your property. The rest of it you leave alone for the most part. I'll give you my QR code or an email address, just to, you can send me an email saying you would like that prompt, and I'd be happy to send it to you. So tools that we covered today, CHAT GPT, clearly. And then we looked at logo.com. It's not the only website out there that generates logos using AI, but it's one that I like. And you can get a JPEG and a PNG file for free. They may get a little upset if you overuse it, but don't. That's fine. I have had virtually no issue with that website. Using Word or Google Sheets to create your working man's or your working marketing plan. Or if you're fancy, you use Canva, or if you have time, you can use Canva to create a proposal or a deck using the results out of Chat GPT. Okay. So with that, again, my name's Kristi. I'm with a company called My Home, which is a Williston Financial Group company website, company. And I am available for one-on-one consultations. There's no charge. There is no charge for that. I am part of the same family of companies as WFG Title. So there is no charge, and we can dive deeper into anything you saw today, or we can talk social media or video or email marketing, whatever you're interested in. Now, if you want the super prompt, here is my really messy Irish name. I apologize. There's a lot of K's and N's and L's. Yeah. You might want to just use the QR code. It might be easier. You just open up your phone, open up your camera, put the camera on the QR code, scan that. It'll pop up a little yellow bar, and the yellow bar will activate an email. If you want to send me an email to either meet with me, or if you just want to say, just give me the super prompt, it can't hurt to meet with me, because I can give you a couple of pointers around that super prompt that are goes into a little bit more detail. Plus, we can talk about, if you want other prompts from me, happy to hand them over. I just need to explain them a little bit. So with that, I'm going to just kind of take a peek at the chat, or Anthony, if there were questions here. Oh no, I'm hearing Peter Pan Goes Wrong is awful at the Amundsen. Oh no. Awful in a good way. No, awful's only going to be awful, right? So so people were asking about chat.openai.com. Great. I'm just monitoring chat, but Anthony, if there were questions or anything I can help with.
Yeah, if anyone has a question, raise your virtual hand so you pop up to the top of our queue, and you're definitely welcome to ask a question. We have a few more minutes left, so any questions?
Can I add some information, if that's okay?
Go for it.
Yeah, first thing I want to say is, Kristi, thank you for this presentation. It was amazing, by the way, very resourceful.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Yeah. So I love ChatGPT. So I just wanted to add something. I've been using ChatGPT 4.0 instead of the 3.5, and I can say that it is absolutely a lot better than 3.5. So I know it's a little expensive, but if anybody's able to afford, $20 extra per month, in my opinion, it is worth actually going with the 4.0 over the 3.5. Kristi, do you agree, or?
So I have found with, it's interesting with 4.0, the answers can be a little more conscious, if that's even the right word,
Yeah.
a little deeper in
Yep.
thought. And you do get access to new features as they come out, though the best feature I think they still haven't reconnected, which was scraping Bing. So I mean, yes, I think it's great if you can afford the $20 a month. It's nice to hop on. But the super prompt will work in 3.5 just fine.
Yeah, yeah. And then also in the chat, I added a link here. Believe it or not, there is so many AI software coming out every single month. And this website here actually tracks everything that comes out. So you may find something that may be useful for your business. So it's definitely a very resourceful link. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. It's called there's an AI for that.com.
Yeah, cool. There's also a website called Futurepedia, Johnny, that you might like to check out. Futurepedia is also an AI. Yeah, another AI directory. But thank you for putting that in the prompt. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, check it out. It's amazing. It's crazy how many AI software is coming out right now.
Cool. Just speaking of AI software, I'm starting to play with one called Claude. I don't know what's up with these bad names for AI tools. I don't know, but Claude is it does a really nice job of analyzing PDF files. So, how could that be helpful? It might be helpful if you've got some kind of market report in a PDF that you would like to have that summarized, or any information that comes to you in a PDF, if you'd like for Chat GPT to analyze it, or not, sorry, Claude, to analyze it. It's kind of interesting. So it works beautifully with PDFs. Who would have thought? But some PDFs can be complicated, and it will break it down and summarize them for you. Kind of interesting. Anybody else? Don't be shy. Hopefully that was helpful, resourceful. You guys all learned something today. Anthony, I can turn this back over to you, and thank you once again for having me today. Really appreciate that.
Thank you, Kristi, again for another really, really great class. This has been recorded, so everyone who registered for today's session will get a link so that they can see this. And if it's okay with Kristi, I can also send out the super chat prompt, or you can of course use the QR code and talk to Kristi and set up a one-on-one. Just a reminder, Zoe is our fabulous title rep. We love her. Huge support of the Alliance, and been in business with her for over 20 years. Couple events coming up, the Fall Carnival, spread the word. It's open to the public. It's free food, free games. It's family friendly. And we would love to see you there. WeHoFallCarnival.com on October 15th. If you're not following our Instagram, it's Alliance_Los Angeles, and that's where we'll be updating a lot of our upcoming events. So we hope to see you soon. We have a lot of great classes coming up this year and some great mixers, joint mixers with other great groups. And thank you guys again so much for coming. Stay tuned for our next events. Have a great week, everyone.
Thank you, Anthony.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.